Hello and welcome to Hattie the Creator. I am Hattie and today I'm going to be sculpting something a little out of my comfort zone. I was thinking of something that would kind of test my skills a little bit and push me to do something different. So I decided to try and model a Pokemon. The Pokemon I chose to model that didn't look too intimidating or crazy was Bulbasaur. And so I'm going to do my best to model this Bulbasaur from scratch. I'm trying to make him look a little bit more like a real creature, and I'm not trying to make him look like a cartoony Bulbasaur. You can see I'm kind of giving him some wrinkles and things and taking some artistic liberties and freedoms to just kind of put my own touch on it. I feel like I'm really good at making creatures and characters from scratch that are just out of my mind or whatever I want, freestyling, but I'm not so good at looking at things and modeling them, so that's something I'd like to practice and get better at. So that's what kind of my goal is with this sculpt. Threw in some quick eyeballs with a glossy texture on them so they are shiny like eyeballs, just to kind of fill them up a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and leave this Bulbasaur here in the corner just to show that I was looking at a reference image similar to this one. I'm not sure if it was this exact one. I think it was just a page full of Google image results when you type in Bulbasaur, and this is probably one of them. But yeah, I was just looking at a cartoon reference for this. I don't think the cartoon version has a butt crack, but my Bulbasaur has a butt crack. He's got to poop from somewhere, right? He kind of has these pigeony back legs. It's kind of proportioned almost like a frog. I'm not sure if Bulbasaur's well, I guess he's his own thing, but he's kind of a mix between a turtle and a frog. Just got these big old bow-legged back legs that are extruding further than his front arms are. Reminds me of that song, I love to go swimming with bow-legged women and swim between their legs. My dad used to sing that all the time, especially when we were swimming. Watching this after the fact, I almost think he looks a little sickly with his ribcage showing as much as I made it show. But hey, it's Bulbasaur. You can at least tell it's Bulbasaur. Might not look too much like the cartoon version, but still looks like a Bulbasaur. Doing this plant thing on his back, I'm kind of doing a quick job on it. I was more focusing on his body and face and stuff. For these scaly bits on his face, I'm turning the symmetry off so it doesn't do the same on both sides symmetrically. Masking out some sections and pulling them out so they extrude a little bit. For the most part, I'm pretty happy with the base at this point. Comparing it to the cartoon, there's quite a few differences. His face is a lot wider. Just going through and adding some more details and cleaning it up a little bit, and then I'll grab some screenshots and just throw in a little bit extra detail and lighting and things in Photoshop. Here I'm just zooming out a bit and getting a good look at his profile and his front view and back view, and just making sure there's no big changes I want to make to it. I'm actually doing this voiceover probably a week after I modeled this thing, so I see a lot of things that I would do differently now if I were to go back and work on it. Like the plant on his back is obviously a lot bigger in the cartoon, and his anatomy isn't quite there either. He looks more like a human on all fours, doing a crawl or something than the actual Bulbasaur does. I don't know, it's just a lot different. More like a frog and less like something crawling. And my Bulbasaur's chest is kind of huge. It's like a ripped, almost a pit bull looking Bulbasaur here. But yeah, you learn each time you do something new. I probably would do this better if I were to do them over again. Throwing down colors just inside of Sculpt GL, the paint tool. Now I'm grabbing a couple screenshots of the different angles just to get a good showcase of the model from all the different angles, and taking my favorite screenshot of the lot and pulling that one into Photoshop to play with a little bit. Doing kind of a whitish yellow light on the left hand side and kind of warming him up over there, and then I'm going to do a cold light on the right hand side and do a blue and just kind of give him that Hollywood orangey and teal look, just because it looks cool. I mean, it's just quick. I don't really love this guy at this point. I feel like he's okay, but he's kind of a weird looking Bulbasaur. I feel like his nose extrudes too much, and I put too much detail on it. It just looks funny. It's kind of got a humanoid looking face on him. First I drew these cartoony eyes, the ones you see in the cartoon in the corner, and then I played with some other eyes. They end up looking a little weird to me, but I left them on for a bit. Tried a more realistic looking eyeball. Right now he's a little lopsided, kind of cross-eyed, looking like Mr. Bean Bulbasaur. Right now it's probably as good as this guy's gonna get. Just doing a little bit of a color burn and color dodge and darkening the shadows and things, but it's pretty much done. And I compared the two pictures side by side with the two different eyes, and I like the cartoony style eyeballs better. And then I went and looked up some different 3D models. There's a 3D model of Bulbasaur, I guess from games and stuff, and then there's the one on the right here is from the Detective Pikachu movie, and they do change his eye quite a bit in that one and make it more realistic, and they did a lot better job than I did. But overall, I think I did okay. I think I could do better, and I think, you know, it was good practice, good experiment, and it opened me up a little bit and got me out of my comfort zone, which was what I was trying to accomplish. And I think overall it was a successful exercise. I do think I got his head shape pretty wrong, but you live and you learn. Anyways, thanks for hanging out and for watching this video. My goals here on this channel are to inspire creativity and to, you know, build up a community of like-minded creatives to kind of help inspire and motivate each other through creative projects like this one, and just to try new things for myself and motivate others to try new things. Like this was something that was completely new to me and got me out of my comfort zone, and that's where you grow the most, I feel like. So thanks again for hanging out, and I'll catch you on the next video.